Morning. Good morning, everybody. Good to have everybody along for the ride here. Appreciate all of you showing up. Justin, good morning. Well, let's see what Vero's going to do. Rebuy pulled right straight back down again, didn't it? Good morning. Patricia, good morning. Sheila, Kathy, good morning. Lisa got Vero from 391 to 419. Nice quick trade. See if it's going to get itself back up over 4 again. We got some news on Vero this morning. Nothing fantastic, I don't suppose, but it did push the stock price up a little bit. And that was on VERO. They're selling off part of their business, one of their businesses, for $20 million. So it popped the stock up quite a bit. I think it went from like 249 to 425. It moved up pretty quick. Now it's trying to get back up over 4 again. And there it is, back up over 4. Let's see if it's got anything left in it. Let's see what it's got in it. Hollywood, you have a great morning. Enjoy that breakfast. Get some bacon. Oh, Damber. Good morning. Good morning. Good to have everybody joining us this morning. Very, very slow here this morning. It's been very, very slow. Fridays always are. Fridays are always typically pretty slow. NRXP. And when I say slow, I'm referring to good news. We get plenty of press releases. We just don't typically get a lot of really great press releases, the kind that really move a stock price. Not on Fridays. Historically speaking, Fridays just don't give us a lot of really great stuff. So far today's no different. So far today's about the same. Everett, good morning. So now we had BJDX up a little bit this morning, early this morning. HSDT looked like it was going to do some really beautiful climbing this morning, but it's kind of fallen apart. EYEN, same thing, looked like it was going to start climbing here right at 7 o'clock this morning, but it fell apart. Vero, VERO, Venus Concepts is the name of the company. Same thing. Nice pop on the news and then kind of falling apart right in front of our eyes. And beyond that, there really hasn't been a tremendous amount going. really hasn't been much. TGL popped this morning. Let's see. We buy. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hangs on's minutes. I gotta look at something. TGE, not TGL. Nice cup. Yeah, we're Looney Tunes. Got burnt on TGE. Oh, man, that sucks. Sorry about that. Had a nice run up this morning, though, from 1253 to 1978, I think. 1978. We buy pop this morning here at about 7:34, just prior to us coming live here on TikTok and YouTube. It popped pretty nicely. It went from about 555 to 721, but it fell down very quickly. It's starting to curl back up again. This is on WeBuy, WBUY. WeBuy Global. We'll see if that one decides to pop back again. ELBM starting to curl back up. Electra Battery Materials, ELBM. BJGX. I didn't see any news on that one, Carrie. I don't have any news on it. There was some news in after hours. I just don't remember what it was. It ran up beautifully in after hours. That was one of our after hours mentions last night. EYEN. And it went from like $3 to 624 in after hours last night. It was a nice run. Thought it might climb back up there to somewhere near 6 today, this morning, but so far, no. So far, not happening. Looks like Vero's trying to curl back up. Boy, I'll tell you what, it's pretty slim pickings out there in Pennyland. Let's go back and look at WeBuy. Come on. WeBuy still trying to curl back up again. Maybe we'll get that thing to curl back up. It's at 543 right now, 544 on the bid. So the bid's going up. Ask is climbing up. Maybe we'll get this to pop back up to about 650. Might be a whole dollar to scalp off of this one. We will find out. They just went through a reverse split back on April 10th of this year. They did a reverse split. So they're operating on a relatively small float here. all things considered. Thank you for hitting the like and hitting the follow button on TikTok. Much appreciated. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button on YouTube. Also very much appreciated. Vero still pulling down. EYEN. EYEN trying to curl back, man. We want this past 5. We want this to blow through 5 and take a honest to goodness shot at 6. This has a small float as well, small public float as well. So this one can move pretty good if we can get volume. Let's hope it catches on with retail traders. Talent, good morning. Zena, what's Zena doing this morning? That hasn't popped up on our radar yet. Must not be moving or have much volume. Yeah, it's not moving. It doesn't have any volume on it here this morning. 242,000. Popped up nice yesterday, in pre-market, and then ran up real nice to 675-ish in that area. But then it crashed and been going sideways ever since. Looks like all the excitement in that stock is kind of withered away. Robert, good morning. Vero, ELBM, NCNA. Joe, you have a great weekend. We'll have a good weekend here as long as the rain stays away. Alex, good morning. Awesome to see you, brother. Alex Balan. You guys remember Alex? He's over here on TikTok with us this morning. That is cool. We miss you. I tell you what, we do miss having you here. He's over on TikTok right now. You guys should pop over there on TikTok and tell him good morning. That is awesome. We haven't seen you in a long time. We sure do miss you. UXIN financial results on June 12th. So nothing there. Alex, that would be awesome. We would love to have you back again. We would love to have you back. Yes, we're doing Zoom now. The way we used to do the live streaming off the website was just so glitchy. It couldn't count on it. It was like a 6 or 8 second delay, and sometimes it got even worse than that depending on the internet connection. It was just not that great. So I switched over to Zoom, and it's been a game changer. Zoom is unbelievable. Absolutely zero delay. and it's got Zoom has got no delay on it. It's got a nice message thread on it where everybody can communicate. It's really much, much better. EYEN, trying to get that over 5 again. Yeah, a 6 to 8 second delay could make a big difference. You're right. And with Zoom, we have absolutely no delay at all. REKR really popping up nice on their press release. Sunbelt State Transportation Agency to deploy 150 Rekor Discovery systems under the Rekor Data as a Service model. So it's been popping up. I mean, it's up like 6, maybe 10 cents. Looks impressive on the chart, but it's up only 6 to 10 cents right now. Richard, good morning. Let's see, RVYL. That was kind of yesterday's news there. Let's see what it's doing today. Not terrible on the volume. Really not doing much today, is it? Boy, oh boy. The play on that one yesterday was in early pre-market, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. That thing ran so beautifully. Held up pretty good during pre-market most of the time, and then just took off on a blaze there when the market opened. But it lost a good part of its gains. It lost not quite 50%, but it's down quite a bit. Seems like it wants to curl back up and get back up over where it closed at yesterday at 90 cents. So we might get a 6 or 7 cent climb out of that here very quickly with volume. Vicky, have a good day. Yes, good to see Alex on here this morning. Very, very slow pre-market. But that's a Friday. Fridays are always typically very slow. We don't get a lot of great press releases. We usually have to trade on momentum. You know, we get press releases. I've gotten 29 press releases so far this morning, but really nothing in them that pushes the stock price up very well. Vero was the exception to that. Vero, VERO, that one pushed up over 50%, but it just that's the way Fridays are. We don't get a lot of great news on Friday. So we end up playing a lot of momentum plays. We always end up just playing momentum, stuff that's running off of news from yesterday. That works pretty good for us sometimes. But we only need one. That is right, Alex. We only need one. One good piece of news will make our day. One good piece of news will end our Friday on a good note. Stever, happy Friday. Mark, the best press release we've gotten so far this morning was on Vero, VERO. It's going up right now as we speak. It's popping. It's back up over 4. Beyond that, almost all the press releases so far beyond Vero are no change in price, or they're in the red, or they're up like 0.8% or 0.9%, not even a full percent. So nothing's really moving. Nothing on press release is moving. Vero, however, is starting to move again. We just wicked up to 415. We had a previous high here of 425 on Vero. Let's see if we can make a new high of the day here and break 425. We just wicked up to 421. Volume seems to be coming in pretty decently. Yes, we need to hold 4 here. We've got to hold 4. If we can hold 4, this thing has a very, very good chance of running up to 450. But we've got to hold 4 here. It's really looking good. Come on with the volume. We need the volume. Stever just went 350 to 425. On Vero. Mark jumped in at 405. Woo! You got it. You got in pretty high up there. Quad QUAD. It'd been nice to see you get in down there where it was consolidating around 350. You'd be sitting a lot better. We just wicked to 433. So we had a new high there. Finley James, 370 to 405. Good trade. Good trade. All right, let's see what 8 o'clock is going to throw at us here. AREB, American Rebel CEO, to perform at Bristol Dragway and American Rebel Light Beer is a featured trackside bar and beer garden. Oh, for goodness sakes. STA Investors Conference. BBLG is announcing a 1-for-6 reverse stock split. BBLG. Conference, inducement grants, and investors conference. That was it for 8 o'clock. Nothing. Literally nothing at 8 o'clock. Now, let's go back and look at EYEN. Nothing there. Let's recap here. BJDX, nothing. EYEN, HSDT, ELBM, NCNA, LNC, Vero. Vero broke down below that 4. It needs to get back over that very, very quickly. AYTU. AYTU. AYTU announces exclusive agreement with Fabre Kramer Pharmaceuticals to commercialize first in-class antidepressant extended release tablets in the United States. That might be something. Who knows? AYTU. Thank you, Len, for that. Appreciate it deeply. AYTU. 6 million public float. Popped up from 138 to 191, pulled all the way back to 141, and now it's beginning that next phase up, we hope. So we got the spike on the news, we got the pullback, and now we're looking for that run up, if we get it. FCell Energy. FCell put out a press release this morning. They were cutting their workforce. By 22%. How about VEEE? VEEE popping. We got news there. Twin V Power Cats. VEEE. V triple E. What's going on there? What kind of volume we got? 980. It's up 36%. Low float. It's up 40%. Finley James got it from 268 to 320. Twin V Power Cats announces it will acquire Bahama Boat Works. Terms not disclosed. They're buying Bahama Boat Works. We'll see where that one goes today. WeBuys being bipolar. CADL appoints, they have a new person on their board of directors. That doesn't help anybody. Let's take a look at WeBuy again. Let's take a look at WeBuy, WBUY. What's it doing? It's all over the place. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It can't quite make up its mind. Puro, EYEN, just ET. V coming down. Boy, not seeing much else. Kimster, you have a great day. BJDX, HSDT, LPM. V pulling back again some more. Jason, good morning. No, not anything huge. We had a little news on Vero this morning, VERO. It pumped up pretty good there for a little bit. It's gone from $2.27 to $4.33 on the press release. It's pulled back now to 366. HSDT starting to pump back up. Really need that one above 150, but it's trying. VEEE, Twin V Power Cats. VEEE is the name of the company. It's starting to push back up again. We managed to get it up to $3.38. It pulled back to $2.61, and now it's back up to $3.09 again. Let's go. Let's shoot this thing all the way to 4. For everybody that got a little bit late entry on that, maybe waited for the pullback here in the 260s. Let's see if we can't shoot that thing all the way to 4. We just need some volume. Come on, buyers, retail traders, step in there and slap that ask. Unfortunately, we got a lot of sell-off going on right now. HSDT, still trying. 150. We need it at 150. That's the spot where this thing will get fun. Come on. Let's make a new high here. We had a previous high of $1.49. We're at 146 at the moment. 147. Let's get it up there. Come on, HSDT. Let's break 150. 147. Come on. Lot for sale at 147. If it can get through the 147s. Now there's quite a bit at 148. There's going to be a lot of selling. This one's going to be really tough. HSDT is going to be tough to get this up over 150. There's a lot of selling going on. And the orders are stacking up on the ask side, on the sell side. Orders are stacking up, which is not good. People are trying to get out. GES, second quarter. TGB signs an agreement to resolve a complex, long-standing conflict concerning some new Prosperity mineral tenures located 125 weight British Columbia. Resolve a complex. Okay, so there's just a couple of companies here resolving a dispute over some mining properties. TGB is the ticker symbol. No volume. ARBE files for a $50 million mixed securities shelf offering. So we have a new shelf offering on ARBE. $50 million. Now let's go back to this one. I think we've all forgotten about this one. OFAL. How many of you forgot about OFAL? I bet you did. We talked about OFAL this morning. The first time it tried to climb around that $2.95 range. It's now at 311, just wicked up to 314. Let's see if it's got anything else in it. EYN trying to curl back. We need 5 on that one. Rent RENT. Rent just popped. Rent. RENT. Mark V 268 to 320. Nice job. Rent, RENT, going crazy. We've just gone from 8 to 1046 in about 15 to 20 seconds here. RENT. What's going on here? Rent is due, evidently. CEO is on TV this morning. It's pulling back some here, but boy, oh boy, did that thing pop like crazy. Take a look at it. Let's see what we can make happen here. What's the float here? Not a bad float there. Not real sure what the catalyst is here that's pushing this up right now, other than the CEO being on TV this morning. They had earnings last night. And it went up a little bit last night in after hours, not much, 698. And I think the highest it got to was about 770 or maybe about 870. So it did move a little bit in after hours, but once it popped, it went sideways with zero volume. There was nothing there. Now all of a sudden it wants to play around again. We'll see what happens with it. We'll keep an eye on it. That's all we can do. Keep an eye. All right. Well, not seeing a whole lot. Let's recap these bigger volume stocks. BJDX pulling down. Vero trying to climb back up again. EYEN. Order's still stacking up, man. They're making that tough. CERO announces option exercise for additional Series D financing. Let's see. CERO. Mullen pulling up. MULN starting to climb again. MULN climbing up. Reker, REKR, moving up on its press release this morning. Still moving up a little bit. Broke 160. Managed to get up to 161. Vero still climbing. Vero still trying. Needs to get over 4. Looks like V is trying again. We've got a couple here that are trying. There's a couple here that are really trying really hard to push up. We're getting some decent volume on them, but there is not much else moving. This is going to be pretty slow pre-market. It's already been very slow. OFAL. Maybe we'll get Vero to pop again. NCNA still climbing. NCNA. This is a little 4-penny stock. It's gone up about a half a penny. It's on the radar only because of the volume. It's got a lot of volume on it this morning. For a 4-penny stock, though, it doesn't have a lot of volume. VERO, still trying to push for that $4 spot. NCNA, come on, it's trying to push up. EYEN, not doing anything. V, flat. MODV pushing up. Motive Care, MODV. We've got about 200,000 shares on that stock so far. It's up about 6%. MODV. MODV. Wow. Nice pop. That was about a 60-cent pop on that thing. Good grief. MODV. All right. I think that's going to be it. You guys have a great day of trading. Thank you very much for joining us. We're going to get back to our Zoom meeting here. Have a wonderful weekend. And keep it green today. Please keep it green. And there's no after hours trading today for me. So you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you bright and early Monday morning. If you join us on our website on Zoom, I'll see you at 6:45 bright and early in the morning. If not, I'll see you at 7:35 right here on TikTok and YouTube. So have a blessed weekend. Spend some time with your family. Enjoy the weather if you got good weather. And I'll see everybody Monday morning. God bless.